Paying too much for trucking insurance? What if you could save more by making one simple phone call and keep more profit? You could very well do just that with one simple call to Seabright Agency, 800-366-6466. Call now. With over 35 years in business, top shelf customer service, and innovative commercial insurance solutions, here's what our commercial trucking community says about Seabright.
I haven't had a claim as of yet, but I would rate them at a 5 just based on customer service. How nice everyone is when I call with questions. Robbie.
I am glad I made the switch. I saved roughly $450. A huge difference. Saving big with Seabright. Darlene.
I have nothing but great things to say. Incredible answering my questions, helping me set up my policy, making sure everything is correct. Super friendly. Anthony.
If you're a Swift transportation contractor, Contractors Corner Consulting Group and Seabright have a special rate just for you. When you call, mention you are a Swift contractor and you are interested in the Contractors Corner deal to save and keep more of your money in your pocket. Not a Swift contractor? No problem. Mention Contractors Corner and let us show you the savings.
We asked the Seabright team to help us help contractors save and keep more money. What they came up with exceeded by far what we thought was possible.
Call now to see what you can save. Seabright Agency, 800-366-6466.
Hey everybody, yeah, we're here. All right. Glad you're all here, and I'm goofing off. So yeah, we're live, we're here. We're on the outer edge of Hurricane Idalia. We just got our first band of that storm to come through town here in beautiful Crystal River. It's pretty fun. We got some heavy rain coming. Right now it looks a little calm out there, but we do have some gusts up to about 45 miles an hour though here in the backyard, and we're expecting something in upwards of 80 miles an hour or something like that tomorrow morning. So that's going to be fun. And yeah, so how the heck is everybody? Oh, look, I have Jeff here. My bad. I forgot to swap him in. Hi, Jeff. Hey. What you doing, buddy? Where you at?
I'm in Lancaster again.
Lancaster, Texas. My bad. I need a nap.
You said you couldn't get a nap because you're so nervous about the storm.
I know. I was watching. I put the news on thinking, oh, I'll just fall asleep. And then it was all hurricane covered. And they're like, oh, look, here's the first band about to hit your house, Charlie. Have fun. Bye. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, it's pretty awesome. Shorts, what's up, buddy? Been a while. Been a minute. Darian Thompson, good to see you. Let's see. Who else we got here? Bitcoin John is all up in here, too. James Vaughn. Matt Nissen. Jonah Green all up in the place. Who else we got? Excuse me as I scroll through. Oh, the first one today. Craig Hutchinson. At 3:23 p.m. Eastern time, he was there.
Nice.
Just threw it out there. Just saying. Victor Jackson was all up in here. He was second. Look, he's like, whoop, whoop. Just saying. I don't know. Don't judge me. Shop Bees, good to see you. 10 toes down to you, sir. Back at you. Whoop, whoop. I don't know what this whoop, whoop thing is. It's just, I don't know. You know what? I need a nap. I need more caffeine.
People get weird under stress, Charlie.
Right? You know, so here's the only reason I'm worried about it, right? Because I can't do anything physical, right? So if like a tree falls on the house, I got to count on someone else to come handle it because I don't want my stupid appendix to rupture in my face again. For those of you who don't know, the appendix is not in your face, so don't take that literal because some of you are a little interesting. I'm just going to throw it out there. I can't help it. Mike Henderson, good to see you, buddy. You know, we got the kayaks out there strapped to the front door, ready to go. Drugs are bad. Bear Hunter, I haven't had any pain meds in 3 days. 3 days, no pain meds.
Yeah, every day he calls me and says, no pain meds. And I'm like, okay.
Yep, pretty happy about that.
You do you.
Look at this. I see a question. Anyone know how to keep these AC units from going out in 19 Cascadias?
Have you
What do you
had
mean?
multiple go out?
Yeah.
I mean, I had to change my AC unit at about 500,000 miles, but it's been going ever since.
I don't know, man.
I'm in a 16.
More info, bro. More info. Give us some more detailed.
And if you're
problem.
in a Cascadia in particular, Google get on and Google the HVAC reset on the Freightliners.
Yeah.
There's a super secret Mario Brothers type code thing you do with the dials and stuff, and it resets the system.
It's like A B B B A A C up arrow right.
Yeah, I mean I have to go through that little thing every couple of years or so.
Yeah.
On this truck.
I'm going back to bear hunter. Drugs are bad. Just fun. I don't know why. You know what? Let's do let's do this national fuel report. Watch. Look how I did this week, Jeff. You're gonna like this. Watch.
Is it different?
Slightly.
We did not talk about this, folks. So if it's bad, don't blame me.
No. Watch. Look, you'll love it. Because I'm just gonna throw this up there so we can talk about it.
Oh, right? There we go. That's the email we see.
Right. And so this is from the EIA website, and the numbers that us guys in that are contracted to Swift worry about are the U.S. numbers and the PAD 5 numbers. Those directly control and dictate our fuel surcharge. And in particular, we're looking at the current week's numbers. So 4.475 with the national average this week, which is up 0.086 cents from last week, which is 438.9. And then we worry about what the West Coast PAD 5 number is, and that's 5.302 this week, up from 0.514 of last week. So a 16-cent jump there. The reason we worry about those two numbers, that those of us who are contracted Swift, is our fuel surcharge contract is based off of these weekly numbers. Every week, our surcharge, we know what it is, just whatever that number is. We pull up our contract. It shows what our fuel surcharge is for the national. And then we have this bump for the West Coast loads coming out of California, Oregon, Washington, Nevada, Arizona, and Corinne, Utah. We get a big bump. And the West Coast fuel surcharge this week is 13 cents bump. And our standard
that's an added 13 cents for any loads that pick up in those areas.
Right. And that's in addition to our 0.537.
So because I can't stop looking at the Facebooks because I'm weak, even though we all know how Facebook really affects a guy.
Right.
So there's a lot of talk out there. People don't look at these things, Charlie.
I know.
People are like, oh, fuel's never been this high before. Well, look at what it was. It says right there what it was a year ago.
Right. We're down 64 cents.
Down 64 cents off of last year. It was way higher last year. So, if you're in a mileage contract with a good fuel surcharge, it needs to look kind of like what ours does at Swift this week, 53.7 cents a mile, because that's going to help you pay for that fuel.
Right.
If you're out there on your own, you need to get out there and go to this EIA website, just sign up for the weekly email. That's what you're seeing right here is what Charlie and I get every week in our email.
Right.
And that's a good negotiating point for you guys that are dealing with these brokers or with contract freight when you're setting your contracts up. I just saw a guy, Charlie, the other day was talking about, you can't get these guys. This broker just told me, diesel fuel's not even over $3 yet. And I just pointed out, I said, dude, go get the EIA report. Use that information in your negotiation. Say, no, sorry, sir, but you are incorrect. Right. This is why I'm setting my rate to this, because look at what the actual average fuel cost is. And if I was doing, here, this will work. So if I was in New England PAD 1A, I could go and look at what that fuel average is there. If I was in the Midwest, I can look at the fuel there. And if I'm running my own numbers and negotiating rates, I'm looking at all of that stuff, right, Charlie?
Absolutely. You'd be silly not to. I mean, I don't even know why you wouldn't be concerned about these numbers.
I mean, you're not, you don't want to just pull something out of your rear end when you're talking to these brokers and negotiating. Have the data and offer to send it to them if they're unaware I mean, we all know, Charlie, that this particular broker was trying to get over on a driver on an owner. That's what it was. But you can call them out, say, no, this is what it is. I'm happy to send you what the U.S. on highway diesel fuel prices are this week.
Absolutely.
And then we could discuss what the rate is. And that's how you don't be mean about it. Try and be, salesman-y about it, because you're trying to get a good rate.
Here's an interesting thing about our Swift contractors fuel surcharge this week. With the national average, let's say they pay the national average this week, 4.475,
which we don't.
Right. But let's just say, for argument's sake, that's the rate they're paying. To break even on our fuel surcharge, you only need to pull 8.33 miles per gallon.
Which I am not, but okay.
But, I've actually got a really good 30-day going right now. And Craig Hutchinson, if you're here, man, that dude, he's got some amazing 30-day numbers right now, Jeff. He's almost hit 10.
Yeah, I saw that. I
was like, oh, man. I was all happy because I'm, low nines. And he's like, yeah. Oh, my God. Look, I'm at 9.97. I'm like, I said words that were not nice.
So I'm in the nines until I'm laid over for 2 days because there's no freight. And then I'm idling because I'm old and I can't handle the heat anymore like I used to.
Right.
And then, so I go from like an 8-9 all the way down to like a 6-9 in that 24 hours or so of idling the truck. So that's something when we're talking about our businesses, again, I'm getting older. So what it is that I'm not tolerant of these temperature swings like I used to be even 5 years ago. So I'm redoing the math on an APU. That's what I'm doing.
Right.
And I think, Charlie, I've decided that by next spring, I want to put an APU on the truck.
There's my 30, 60, 90, and lifetime. And my hand's shaking. But yeah, so which is funny because I actually had a really good week this week. The last week I worked, I had a ton of idle, which completely screwed my 30-day up. Or the week before that, because of these crazy, heat indexes we've been having. And Rosie and I had a couple of extra idles that we don't typically have. And it was because of the heat. I mean, it's just been so tremendously hot in the Southeast, as it has all over the place, that we're not used to it. I mean, Rosie and I can kind of hang out in 80, 85 degrees in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just put the windows down, a little fan going, and we're actually not so bad. But when it's still 90 degrees at 11 o'clock at night and the humidity is like 97%, bro, forget about it. We just had some crazy things going on, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, Mike Henderson can't wait till fall so he doesn't have to idle.
Right.
So here's the thing though, Craig, if you're running above the 70 especially, you know what happens there.
Yeah.
Or Mike, you know what happens in the wintertime though? You're running above the 70, they got that winter blend diesel fuel.
Right. And you start taking that hit.
You take that hit. So it's like kind of one or the other.
3/10 to half mile.
If you're like Charlie, if you're like Charlie and you don't, if you're like Charlie and you think above the 40 is Canada, then you don't have to worry about it so much. But those of us that actually live up north, we got to contend with that. Craig Hutchinson says hello to everyone.
Hey, John, I can pass him your number. You don't have to put it in here. I can save you.
Don't do it, John. Don't do it, John. It's public.
Oh, he did it. He did it. I couldn't stop him in time.
Oh, I'm going to spam you now.
Right. Everybody's going to call Bitcoin John and be like, hi, John. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I was in Calexico for 2.5 days waiting on a load. It actually kind of worked out because I was out of hours anyway, but still 116 degrees, Charlie.
Yeah, that's insane.
The only thing that saved me was it was the desert and there was the humidity was like -10 out there.
I'm going to do a thing, John, and I'm actually going to delete your number out of chat because I don't want your number out there for everybody because I think that's weird. So give me a second. And I will pass your number on to Craig because I have Craig in mind. I got to figure out how to get into the show on the YouTube. So bear with me for just a moment. It's all you, Jeff. Go. You're welcome.
Okay. Bear Hunter, what do you mean by craps classes? You mean our last class was crap? We do agree with you on that. We're working on it though.
Right.
We got some exciting things coming for you guys that are part of our subscription service. I've been spending a lot of time and bugging the bat snot out of Charley over all of this stuff. I went and signed up for a bunch of classes to teach me how to teach better, and we're going to get some better formatting on some of those classes. Bear Hunter just said Bitcoin. I don't know. I still don't know what you mean, Bear Hunter. Oh, Bitcoin John knows. Okay, so now we're talking code in the middle in the
right
in the chats.
So I think I pulled that last bit of that out. Yeah, on the YouTubes.
So what are you guys seeing out there? I'm seeing that my mileage is going up a little bit, not insanely so, but I'm getting more miles per week right now than I was, say, 6-7 weeks ago. Charley, you're still doing the target, right? So
yeah, right now
you're remaining steady where you've been for a while.
Yeah.
What are you guys seeing out there in the wild? Are you? We're not quite to the point yet, I don't think, to where we could say we're really on an upswing yet. I did not listen to the DAT IQ this week.
I had no chance of doing it this week at all.
So I couldn't tell you what they were saying. Although, so if you guys want to go back and watch last week's DAT IQ, I highly recommend that you do it. And here's the reason why. They always had some special guest, owner operator, independent person on their program, and they ask them a bunch of questions and they talk about business. And sometimes it's an owner operator, sometimes it's a carrier, a smaller carrier. You're not going to see someone like Swift on there, I don't think. Sometimes it's a numbers geek, truly
Right.
numbers geek type person. But the guy, excuse me, you did this to me.
You're welcome.
Last week they had this gentleman on that started his career at MS Carrier. And his story is just amazing. And what he did and how he has survived this downturn, I would encourage you to go listen to that, because he did some pretty cool things over the last 15 years or so that are just like, wow, I wish I would have thought of that,
Darian says he's averaging 3,200 a week. James says there is an uptick. Jonah Green says my miles have been okay, but it could be better.
Mm-hmm.
And John said he sees a lot less trucks on the highway passing him. He's still at 63.
That's interesting.
Right?
Many people are starting to catch on.
So we might as well just dip into this because everybody's been talking about this. So Adam Miller, the CFO of Knight Swift Transportation, and he's also the president of Swift Transportation. And I just lost his name out of my head. Dang it.
Jim Fitzsimmons?
Nope. The head of Knight Swift. Can't think of his name.
That guy
right now.
Well, we don't really have a relationship with him, so it's understandable.
Yeah. They took a 20% reduction in their base salary, and the big topic is, well, it's just their base salary. It's nothing to do with the other 11 or 18 million, depending on. Look, guys, I'm not worried about their money. You know what? It's a gesture. It's nice. Good for them. I'm not willing to give up 20% of my pay right now. So the fact they did it helps something. Let's just be real. If you want to crack on it, that's cool, whatever. I mean, you do you, and I'm not going to slam you for it. I'm not worrying about someone else's pocket. I'm worried about my pocket. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I get some people are mad. Some people are like, who cares? Other people are like, oh my God, whatever. I'm like, yeah, I get it. But
I just find it interesting. Like you said, Charley, it's a gesture, is what it is. People at that level of their careers, if you guys don't know, their base pay is not anywhere near all of their pay.
Right.
They have things like stock options, bonuses, all sorts of stuff that's set up by the board of directors to incentivize them to make profits for the shareholders.
Absolutely.
If they make profits for the shareholders, they get a lot more than what that base pay is.
Right.
And so I worked, I can't remember his name now, it's just been too many years, but I worked for the CEO of Quest Communications back in the day, just after they got slammed by the SEC for a bunch of
Right.
mistakes in their accounting. And this guy was the lowest paid CEO in America of a public company.
Right.
I made more than he did on his base pay as a salesman. But you know what he did get? He got stock options with a strike price of $1.
Right.
Like millions of shares worth.
Yeah.
And so when he left the company, he took the stock from, I think it bottomed out at like 45 cents a share at Quest Communications.
Right.
By the time he left, it was at 15 cents a share, and his strike price on it was $1.
Wow.
So he wasn't concerned about that 65 grand for the 10 years he
Right.
worked there.
Yeah.
He was concerned with that stock price and getting that up there
Exactly.
because that was his golden parachute.
Right.
And these guys are they're in a whole different world, man. You know, you and I, Charlie, and most of our audience here, we run our little trucking companies. 1, 2, I think we know of a few guys with 5 or 10 trucks.
Right.
And that's just not our world, man.
Right.
It's not. So,
And I'm kind of glad it's not my world, because you know what? Let's be real. I don't want to take those midnight calls where one of our 15,000 trucks or 3 of our 15,000 trucks had a fatality accident last night.
Mm-hmm.
And those sorts of things. And I don't want to have to report to the board of directors everything that happens.
And you know, I come to the defense of these people a lot, mainly because I'm an evil capitalist, I guess.
Right.
But here's the other fact of the matter is too. You want to get a position like that? Well, I hope you have a Harvard business degree that you worked your butt off for, and then worked 20 hours a day for about 15 years.
Right.
That's how these guys get those jobs, man. They are super dedicated. There's a reason why I think the divorce rate among CEOs is actually higher than truck drivers.
Right.
Because they just do not, they're so focused on their career. That's their life, man.
Right. So let's put aside the big bosses and their salaries. I mean, I understand your frustration at times and things like that, but I mean, look, these guys earned their positions. I absolutely believe that, and they're doing some work that I can assure you that I know I don't want to do. But Sandra said that she's running an average about 1,700, which is an uptick, but needs to increase substantially. And she's running a solo. So, I mean, we see the spectrum here, 1,700 to 3,200. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of it can be relationships. A lot of it can be where it is you're running, and communicating, getting communication with some of these folks. Where do I need to be? Where can I help out? Where can I be more where can it be more lucrative for both of us?
Yeah, it's also useful to think about things that you can control and things you can't.
Right.
I actually ended up with about 1,300 miles this week, but the reason was my truck broke down.
Yeah, it was so much.
Not a lot I could do about that, right? So instead of the 2,100 miles that I had stacked, I ended up with the one load, which was 1,285 miles.
Right.
Not a lot I could do about that, except for call Charley and cry.
Right. Wait. But the fix was great.
No, it wasn't. Shut up.
We're going to go there. Watch this. What Jeff was losing massive air pressure.
Yeah, I couldn't get air to a trailer enough to get the brakes released.
And so he ended up losing that load. And then he went over to Lancaster, and I think he's been there 2 days now. And the fix was
they tightened a bunch of stuff up and sent me on my way.
Yeah, baby. Sometimes it's just loose fittings.
Well,
you just got to get dirty and get
Charley,
the spray bottle,
So a couple of things were happening. The reason why I didn't try and fix it myself was because my trailer protection valve was popping before the alarm went off.
Right.
But what they told me was the reason for that, we did the DOT brake check before they let me go. But the reason is I was losing air so rapidly
It was just
that
bypassing the
it
alarm.
was on funk, and then brr. So yeah,
It was crazy.
it wigged me out though, because like Charlie and I were talking, that's one of those where you're at a way station, they see that, and you ain't leaving until some on-road guy comes and fixes it for $2,500.
Minimally, right? Yeah. And if all he did was tighten up a valve, it would have been $2,500, and you'd have been really pissed.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, life on 18 wheels. Who's ready for the hurricane party, bro? We got our first band here just before the show started, and so yeah, come on out, man. Whatever. I got some top shelf liquor. We got stuff batting down, and tonight's gonna be an interesting night later on. I guess the worst of it's supposed to hit us around 5 a.m. in the morning. So I'm trying to get a little nap before that happens, but we'll see what happens. I hope you're being careful out there. Hope you're, somewhere safe, man. Hey, anyone in the South Georgia or Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana area, maybe you're already in Florida and not sure what you're going to do with this storm out there. I know Ida Azulay over at Target had wanted me to, she's supposed to send me something I was going to put up in a text format in our groups, but that didn't happen. But what she had said was she's going to need some help, at least some real short time help to get some relief type work done right after the storm. So if you're in the area and interested in doing a couple of Target runs, just come do a day at Target, man. You'll be helping out some people that are in some tough spots, I think. And solo team, I think they'll take you either way.
Yeah, hauling water.
You could do some, hauling water or food and things like that could help out some folks. I'm expecting to head back out Thursday. I don't think I'm going to be able to get out of here Wednesday anyhow. But we'll be going back out Thursday to run wherever they want us to run because they know that I'm crazy and I'll just go wherever they send me. I'll go into South Florida. I don't care. Yeah. Probably have to come back to my own town to deliver stuff. That's funny. We're expecting like a 12-foot storm surge to come on shore, and my house is 8 feet above sea level. Yay! Full moon, high tide, storm hitting all at the same time. It's amazing. And it's a super moon, they said. So yeah, our high tide is 2 feet higher than normal. Then add in the storm surge that gets pushed in by the hurricane. So whatever.
Nice.
Hey Jonah, shoot me a message, and I can give you a number to reach out and give them a call, man. You can talk to anyone during the day would be your best bet. They're not going to be there. In fact, they shut down tonight. Shoot me a message and I'll forward you. I'll forward something over to Ida for you. So yeah, reach out to me in the Facebooks or whatever, and I can put you guys in contact with the people that might need you. Appreciate it. Hey, you know what else we should talk about? We're only 2 weeks away from Driver Appreciation Week, which I'm super excited about. Hi, baby.
Just on that message on Target, 2300. Nobody will be there after 2300, and then nobody's supposed to be there.
Oh, hold on.
Thursday was the last message we got on our phone.
Nobody's going to be at the Target DC. Hang on. Rose's going to go get the updated times. I believe tonight at 2300, they're clearing out and shutting down the Target DC. And then they're going to be opened up Thursday morning. She's going to give me the times right now, and I'll pass that on. So, yeah, great stuff. Oh, you got to turn that down because you're going to give me some echoes, and people are going to be like, what is that sound from 3 minutes ago? This is great.
It adds tension to the video, though, Charlie, to have the weather report going on in the background while you're going through a hurricane.
Right.
Tonight, 2300. Just make sure we're picked up.
So they're closing by 2300 tonight. DC will be closed since DC rain have. I thought they had an open time. Oh, they're going to be back in the office at 5 a.m. Thursday morning Eastern time. So, but I have direct texting I can get over to Ida. So if you're going to be in the area and you want to come help out, shoot me a message. Yeah. And I'll try and send me your truck number
right? Let me know if you're a team or a solo, and I will shoot that over to Ida. And if you're coming into the area, I mean, she can't deadhead you out from too far because she'll get in trouble for that. But if you're in, I don't know what the mileage range is, but she'll be able to reach out to you and let you know what's going on. So, Driver Appreciation Week, 2 weeks away.
Whoop, whoop.
And we're excited because we're going to Phoenix for it. We're going to be there for the whole week. So if any of you can get through Phoenix the 11th through the 15th, we're going to be there.
And it's going to be all 4 of us this time.
Right. Rosie, myself, Jeff, and Donna.
Yes, the Donna will be there. We're actually really excited because we have a friend in Phoenix that we have not seen in 32 years.
Oh, wait. Here's an update for the target.
That'll be
Below my pocket gnome. I mean, I love you, you brown leprechaun. You're my favorite. I just love the hell out of you. She said under 100 miles from the Lake City area. Because she knows things, because she used to work there, and now she doesn't because she abandoned us, and now she works from home helping out those target people up in the north, whatever. So yeah, Jonah, I got your truck number, buddy. I'll pass you on, brother.
Virtual trader, huh?
Yeah, right. Anyhow, so yeah, thank you, lady. Love you. Big hugs. If I squeeze her like that.
So one of the things we're going to be doing while we're at Fleet Week, like we like to call it,
Yep.
is we're going to have a sit down with the president and the CFO of
COO.
Swift. Oh, that's right. He got promoted.
He is
the COO of Swift. And we plan on doing a recorded thing so we can do some magic things with it. But, if you guys have questions for the top leadership of Swift, get on the Facebooks and shoot us a message, and we'll see if it's a question they can answer.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get it worked in and get some answers for people. We're going to try and get a bunch of other interviews while we're there, but those 2 we wanted to lock down. So we have a firm confirmation from them. They are absolutely going to sit down with us and have a chat with us. So yeah, we'll see what comes of that. Looking forward to that.
Why does this make me just want to say, hey, boo-boo?
Right?
The picnic basket.
She's more of a gizmo.
Oh, okay.
Just saying, you just want to hug her. Look, Rosie loves her.
You want to hug everybody.
They can talk the lingo really fast. They get blah, 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 and I'm like, what did they just say? I'm pretty sure they said something about me and my butt. I don't know.
Okay.
And it's never flattering. God, people, they make me sad. Oh, I'm going to get to that, Darian. I don't have an answer, but I'm going to get to it. What about the load board? I'm just going to look at Jeff. Watch this.
I mean, they had an update a couple of weeks ago. It seems to be working better than it did. Again, the Facebook Live that Swift did with Adam Miller and the gang, it looks like Adam is a little more involved than he used to be.
Right.
And he mentioned by the end of the year is when he wants it out. So we'll see if that actually happens.
Right.
It's a lot. There's a lot of stuff in the back scenes, the coding world that just has not worked the way that they thought it was going to work. And I'm not a coder type person, so I couldn't tell you how exactly that works. What are you doing? Oh,
I'm going back to Fleet Week.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, we just don't have a whole lot of load board talk. I mean, I wish we could give you more. Maybe we'll hear something tomorrow. We should have a meeting tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, for those of you who haven't yet, and I know I'm covering my face and I'm hiding behind that pretty man Jordan's face right there. Just pretend his lips are moving. Hey, guys, I'm awesome. I'm a pretty man, and you should donate some money so I can get my head shaved and my face shaved. The overall goal is 10 grand. That was the limit set by Mr. Jordan Bean himself, the director of driver qualifications. Yeah, I had to think about his title. But if you haven't yet and you have the means to do so, please go over to contractorscorner.cc if you can. If you're a Swift contractor and you donate at least $20 on that little PayPal, our little charity drive site, you'll be entered into a drawing to win a free set of steers that will be available to you next time you need them in the Swift system. So that's just one thing off your list later on.
We are at just over $500 right now on our part of the charity drive. Charley.
We'd like to get up to about 2,000 on our part. We have some partners who are going to throw some funds at us on the back end of that, doing some matching stuff for us up to certain levels.
Colt Lawrence, the trucker CFO, is committed to a match of $750.
Up to, and reserves the right to go higher if he can. Business things like that. Let's be real.
Yep.
I'm pretty stoked about the 750. I'm not going to lie. I think that's amazing. So yeah. So if you can pop over to contractorscorner.cc and maybe toss in $20. If you want to, you could go to the Swift official site and do it there through Swift Charities. But all the proceeds are going to Swift Charities. Half of it's going to Swift Charities and half is going to Children's Miracle Network, which is probably one of my favorites out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's for a good cause, and I think it'll be fun. And Joran has agreed to do his head and face in 2 stages. So we're actually going to get him. The final deal is going to be on the 15th, but I think we've got him lined up to do a portion of both on the 14th.
Like a reverse mohawk or something.
Right. A little,
and
don't maybe going on.
Don't forget, if you're an owner operator at Swift and you donate at least $20, that puts you in the raffle for a free set of steers as well.
Yeah. So I mean, they're hey, look, that's a good deal. I know. Wasn't it Allen that won steers last year and he still hasn't had to use them?
Yeah.
God. But he's got a set of steers waiting for him whenever he wants them. That's pretty awesome.
He tried to sell them to me. Like as soon as he got the ticket, he
right
to sell them to me. That dude's a wheeler and dealer, that guy.
For real. Bear Hunter said, smash it, y'all. He's talking about that big thumbs up. Hey, if any of you are catching this on the replay, do us a favor and go down into the comment section below and answer some questions or ask us some questions. Let us know what you'd like to see here on Contractors Corning. I can't talk. Why do I try? I don't.
Owens Corning.
Right?
Great
We're
loads.
Like magical. But yeah, if you'd like to see us do something different, a topic you'd like us to get covered, someone you'd like us to talk to, let us know down below in the comments. If you're watching this on the replay, you guys that are watching us live right now over there, over there on my screen. I mean, by all means, put it in the chat if you'd like to. But hit the comments afterwards. You're going to help us out with our algorithms and all that nerdy stuff that nobody cares about but us, because it helps us reach more people.
Yep.
So if you could, that would be awesome, and that'd be great. So Bear Hunter, you need steers right now. Fleet Week's 2 weeks away. If you can make it 2 weeks and donate $20 at least through contractorscorner.cc, you could be put into that drawing. Just saying, you might have them the week of the 15th. Victor asked if we're planning on doing Vegas again. I don't think so. I think we're going to actually try and do something in the Dallas area.
Yep.
Next time, so that it's a little easier for more people to get there. There's more freight base coming out, more freight base going in. Not so difficult for people to get in and out of there, and maybe a little more room for more people. Things like that.
And let's just be real, Vegas is heck of expensive to do anything at.
It really is, man. We lucked out. We had a Seabright step up and take over the cost of the room and the catering and all that for us. So that was amazing. But Lord knows everything else is just through the roof. Oh, Nicholas said, once the load board comes, coming back to lease. Well, that's cool. I would definitely wait and see what that actually looks like. So stay tuned. We will let you know what it comes out as when it's all put together and put out for the masses, man. I'm sure we'll have a lot more people who will be able to step up and tell some more about it, things like that.
And yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, Charley, because we're moving in this direction anyway. Nicholas, I'm going to ask you something. Do you want to be in business for yourself? Swift is not the only game.
Right.
You know, if you're waiting on a load board or whatever, you know, we've been starting to make relationships with other places, other people, and there's opportunity out there if you want to take it. You know,
We've got quite a few people looking at a lot of opportunities right now.
Don't feel that you have to come lease on with Swift. You know, obviously Charley and I, we've been at Swift a long time and we've done really well. But, you know, if you want to be in business, go out and look at all of your options. Maybe Swift is the one you want to take. Maybe it's somewhere else. You don't know until you look, man.
Yep.
The main thing is if being in business for yourself fits your big purpose, your why, you know, make the leap, man. You know, what's the worst that could happen? I'll channel Larry Wingate here. If the worst thing that could happen is that you could die, don't do it.
Right.
Other than that, I mean, what's the worst that could happen is you go over to wherever and you take that opportunity. It doesn't work out, and doggone it, I got to go back and work for Swift again. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie though.
Swift's
you know what?
Not a bad place.
So there's a lot of things that I've done in life where the worst thing that could happen was I could die.
Yeah, that's you.
I'm jumping that airplane, Joe. Let's go. I'm just saying. I love it. Nick said, I've already got something lined up somewhere else. I just don't want to leave here. And hey, that's cool, bro. I mean, look, we won't knock you either way. We're honest to God, we're not here to crack on anyone for coming to or leaving Swift for other opportunities. You know, we're just saying, make sure when you make these decisions that you have as much information as you can possibly get so that you can make an actual informed business decision that's going to work best for your business. What's best for you may not be best for me or Jeff.
Yep.
You know?
I mean, you know what's best for me may not be the best for you. You know, I've got a paid for truck. I've got all these relationships I've built at Swift. It would be, even with some of the opportunities I'm seeing out there, that would be a tough thing for me to move this late in my career.
This might shock some people. I've had some private conversations this week with some of my inner circle type folks, and they know who they are. Jeff would definitely be one of them. But one of the things I will be looking into in the very near future, depending on how things shape over the next 12 months or so, is lease portability. That's going to break a couple people's heads. They're going to be like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And don't be so shocked. You really shouldn't be, because Jeff and I both are always looking at other opportunities.
Yeah.
But right now there are some opportunities out there that really are starting to make a little more sense for what I need and what my goals are, right? My personal individual business, my trucking business, not Contractors Corner, but, you know, just my DDX trans deal. You know, what is it that we need to do for us right now, for Rosie and I and my family? And so that's something that I am seriously considering. And of course, there is, you know, money that has to happen and be in place to do that. You know, the last time I heard it was like somewhere between $11,000 and $15,000 to do this. And that's partially a down payment and, you know, some other payments covered and things like that. And, but
putting your lease payments on auto pay and all that stuff.
You know, but it's not something I'm taking lightly. That's for sure. I mean, I'm really, you guys can plan on me being a real slow mover on this.
Well, you guys have seen us. You know, how long did it take us to switch accountants? How long did it take us to switch insurance? You know, we don't do anything fast,
right?
You know, we're looking at all the pros and cons before we make a move, and
I think we take it all at 60 miles an hour, Jeff.
We do. Yep. No 70 for us, or 80 for those of you guys out there with those ungoverned trucks.
Right. Hey, Sandra, I would like to say you're welcome. We will always try and give you the best information that we can. Everybody's situation is different, so if you want to dip into some more specifics or something like that, reach out to Jeff Morton or Charley Mahon on the Facebooks, and we will be glad to, you know, chat with you in private messenger, maybe give you our phone numbers and we could talk in person or whatever. And if you happen to be going through Phoenix from the 11th to the 15th, pop in. We're going to have a table right there in the great big tent. and we'll be able to talk with people. And we're actually going to try and do. We've got a couple cool things. Like we have the Adam Miller and Jim Fitzsimmons interview that we're doing. We've got a couple of others that we're trying to line up. We're probably just going to try and line those up while we're there. We're going to be doing some lives while we're there, and we're going to do a so you want to be an owner operator type deal. We're working with the owner operator division recruiting folks there, and Justin Muniz, and we're gonna take some folks who are thinking about becoming contractors, and we're gonna take them in the room, and Jeff and I are gonna give them the real deal. We're gonna talk about the ups, the downs, and the way you need to look at some things. As we see it. Again, our way is not the only way, but our ways do work.
Yep.
There's a million ways to make money in this industry, and there's 2 million ways to fail. So,
yep.
We're trying to help you avoid those dark days if we can, and maybe you can learn something from our mistakes. So, if you're going to be in the Phoenix area and you're thinking about contracting at Swift, definitely come by during a fleet week and find out where we're going to do that, because I think that could be helpful to quite a few people. It's not going to be a hard sell. We're not going to try and talk you into a truck. We're going to give you real numbers and give you some real world scenarios on how to maybe proceed.
And if you're already a contractor at Swift, come anyway, because we're going to be talking about fuel costs, maintenance costs, a lot of things. So if you're fuzzy on any of that, come to the workshop, and we'll be discussing all that, and they're live. So raise your hand, ask some questions.
You got us. We're there.
Try and stump us on something.
Oh, that's always fun. I love that. I love getting stumped.
I'll tell you what, Charlie. I'm going to put this out there. What's that taco place we like down the street?
Filiberto's.
If you can stump Jeff and Charlie during the workshop, we'll buy you dinner at Filiberto's. How's that?
Ooh, incentive for me to be dumb.
No.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, no.
I really like that place.
I do too.
Charlie introduced me to it. I'd walked by it a few times going to Walmart, never really stopped. Charlie's like, "Oh, you got to go here." I'm like, "Okay."
It's a lot of food. It's a fair deal. And if you bring your badge, your Swift ID badge, if you got one of those, you get a discount. It's like 10%. I'll take 10% all day long, every day.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Blackbeard said, I'm just waiting for the market and trade price to come down. Hey, man. Yeah. Blackbeard, I know you're a smart cookie, man. So we definitely want to keep track of how your journey goes, bro.
I haven't looked at trailer prices since I was thinking about doing the getting my own numbers in 21. And boy, I kid you not, Charlie and I were just we were even looking at like the Ritchie Brothers auction houses.
Right.
And I kid you not, an MS Carrier trailer for $30,000 was the reserve on those trailers. And I was just like, yeah, that would take all my reserves to buy a trailer then. And then how am I going to pay for insurance? And
So Darian said, you have to have Swift insurance to mentor. And that was because Mike Henderson had asked, did we ever hear anything about outside insurance for mentors? And Swift did officially come down and say that if you're going to be a mentor and a contractor, you must have a Swift approved camera and you must have their insurance. Yes. There's no room to move on that, and no room to move on that in the foreseeable future. So, it is what it is.
Yeah. I've discussed this too, Charlie. I mean, we do not like the Swift cameras.
Right.
But if you're going to train a Swift employee, I can kind of see where they would want you to have one.
Yeah, they want you to train them how to use the equipment that they're going to be using. And if you don't have that stuff in your truck, how do you teach them how to live life with that stuff?
I'm sure you guys in the airborne had the same thing as we did, train like you're going to fight.
Absolutely. Every day. Yeah, Sandra, I don't know how you pronounce your name, and so I don't want to offend you, so I'm going to say Sandra. There you go. Yeah. Get a load out there. Come say hey. Jeff and I will be there all week, sitting inside the tent or wandering around the property.
And hopefully this year people can hear us, because last year we were right in front of the big air conditioner fans.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was a little difficult. Yeah, we're supposed to be out in the middle of the tent somewhere, sitting next to the owner-operator division booth table thingy majigger, and we'll be hanging out. So that'll be fun.
And
Yeah,
if you want to accomplish that, it seems to be based on some of your other stuff. It sounds like you run the East Coast quite a bit. Get with Sue Smith, the OOFC for the Eastern region. Tell her you want to go to You want to go to Driver Appreciation Week in Phoenix, and see if she can't get you stacked out there.
right. And if you don't have the owner operator planner number, bam, there you go. Have that. Option 3 is for Sue Smith, the East Coast planner. If you're in the central area, option 2. And if you're in the West Coast, guess what? That's option 1.
Weird.
It'd be cool if it was like option 8 for the West Coast and 2 and 3 were central and east, just to throw a wrench in your brain, because that would mess me up completely. Just saying. Anyhow, that number is 888-246-5126. That is the owner operator planners, OOFCs, as they're called by the cool kids in the office. I don't really know what that means. I think it's owner operator fleet consultants.
Yes.
Huh? Sounds logical.
Yeah, they're supposed to be in charge of all the OOCs. So
Right.
your owner operator consultant.
Planning is just supposed to be a minor part of their job, but it's a huge part.
Yeah, the only one that's an actual, what I would consider a real OOFC is Jerry White out there in the West Coast, because he works directly under Brett. That's his only boss. The other two, they've got like 10 hats. They work for different people and get pulled at each different ways all day long.
So yeah, if you guys got questions, by all means, throw them up there in the chat, and we will do some chatting about that. Today's show is completely run by you guys, because I keep staring out the window checking the storm status. Jeff and I actually have a meeting with a guy tonight, a buddy of ours. After this show, I'm not even sure I can make the meeting. I'm hoping I can. Right now, if I had to judge right now, I'd say I'm good. But before we got that first ban, it was clear daylight, blue sky. Our Kings Bay out here in Crystal River was completely flat like glass. 15 minutes later, they cut to the news lady out there. Her hair was blowing sideways like this, like she was dabbing, and the bay was completely chopped up. It was amazing, just a complete day and night picture on that bay in under 15 minutes. So it's coming and going in waves. Like I said, that was our first band hitting us at 5. So we'll see how it plays out from here.
Did you see the video of that guy last year during hurricane season that was like the sports guy?
Right.
That they stuck out in the hurricane. He was all torqued off.
Yeah. Those are great. I love that stuff. It just brings me joy. I actually thought about taking my good new camera out into the storm later on tonight. And then I thought better of it, but I would really like to go out there and just get some cool shots. You know what I mean? Maybe I can get out sometime in the morning. That could be cool. Oh, look. Love you, Grandpa. That was from my grandson, Victor. That's my oldest grandson. Thanks. Love you too, buddy. Oh, Lord. Exactly. Phoenix in summer. Let's do this. You know what? So typically September is not horrible, but something tells me this year might be interesting.
It was pretty hot last year, but inside the tent, they put a big circus tent up. And inside the tent, it's not bad.
Right. Big old AC units, and it's crazy.
They got music going on, and they got vendors there. They got it's catered breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
One of my favorite parts, the shaved ice person, the Kona ice person.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, nothing like getting free Kona ice. I'm really
hoping they're there this year, because
I keep a watchful eye for them every day.
Donna's never had it.
God, I love that stuff. It is just amazing. There's just a lot of cool people there. It's fun to be able to kind of rub elbows with everyone from, you're a brand new driver. It's like first day in the middle of Fleet Week, and they're like, oh my God, this is magical, right? On up to Adam Miller, literally just walking around the tent and talking to people and, showing off some of the new wrap trucks. I guess they're unveiling the newest wrap truck September 11th this year. They'll be doing that. Maybe we'll get some video and shots of that. That'd be cool.
It's going to be an Air Force truck and another Cheerleaders Miracle Network truck.
They are looking. No, I don't know if that's the one that they're unveiling right now. That was they're working on asking for drivers, and usually they already have drivers for the one they're unveiling right now. I'm guessing they've already got a driver picked for that. But I was actually going to bring that up. Is Swift had asked for on this official Swift drivers page for nominations or people who want to drive the next wrap trucks that are in their system. One of them is an Air Force truck, and the other is another Children's Miracle Network truck. So if that's something you're interested in, your company person, by all means, shoot a message out to them and let them know. Reach out to there's a Facebook post on the Swift Drivers group, and maybe you could reach out to maybe Tina Youngblood or Tisha Dover. Those might be good points of contact for that. Alcira Pastula, I believe her last name is. She is the head of the social media team for Swift. So if you type in the Swift official group and say, hey, Swift Transportation, she'll probably answer that. Just saying. Yeah. That was the other thing I was going to say. I mentioned in that post that they had about the wrap trucks. I said, I happen to know a retired paratrooper who happens to be a contractor who would gladly and lovingly love to have a airborne tribute truck wrapped for him. I'm just saying. I mean, I just threw it out there. Thought, if they want to wrap a contractor's truck, and hey,
we got to work on how you word stuff, because what you should have said was, I would love to represent Swift.
See, look, Jeff, maybe you should get out there and because then maybe you could get a cavalry, right?
Oh, there you go.
I'm just saying, you word it better. Maybe they'll like you more. They are. Let's face it, they probably like you more than me anyhow. They're like,
that's one of the things when I finally had the money to do my wrap, I'm gonna have cross sabers on the hood for sure.
That's gonna be awesome. Chair Force, whoop whoop. You know what? I love those guys. You know why? Because they flew me where I need to jump out. You couldn't get me to land with those guys though. Wasn't doing it. No, sir, not this guy. Oh Lord, I don't even know what to say anymore. So yeah, by all means, throw up any questions you got. Those of you who are heading down here in the south, I know Swift was stopping a lot of loads from coming down here. They're kind of staging them up north a little bit. So if you are headed this way, seriously be careful. It's not worth anything getting crazy, and particularly if you're heading down through Valdosta. Wow, there's some crazy sound outside. If you're coming down 75 through Valdosta into the North Florida area, that's kind of the exact path of that storm. It's going to run up through Valdosta and before it actually makes that hard right out to the Atlantic again. So it's going to be going up through Georgia, South Carolina, and back out to the coast. And then there's like a weird possible, it's going to like maybe loop back down to the right. And with that loop, it could come back around and hit us again. That's the crazy thing. Welcome to Florida, y'all. The hurricanes are confused.
Well, that explains why those 4 lures to Valdosta have been sitting on the load board for the last 3 days.
Right? Look. When I was looking at the new track they put out at 5 p.m. Eastern time, I was like, man, that does not look pleasant because it's still going to be tropical storm force winds, which is 45 mile an hour winds when it hits Valdosta. They're expecting category 3 when it makes landfall up in the Big Bend area of Florida. And, it's going to take a minute for that thing to calm down. I mean, it's already got bands deep over land. It should be weakening, but it's not.
But Charlie, you realize what we call that in Wyoming, right? Tuesday.
Right. Right. It's the 90 mile an hour winds that I'm actually concerned about. And like I said, it's just because I know I can't lift anything, man. Because I don't want my stomach.
So are you guys worried enough where you did the whole plywood over the windows and all that?
No. I just got everything ready to go. If we have to bug out, we can bug out. I've got my pickup truck, and we moved all the vehicles out of our spot over to a buddy of mine's house and all that, other than our pickup truck and his pickup truck, and we're ready to bounce, man, on a moment's notice. Throw everybody and the dogs, the cats, all in the back of the truck. Head to our high ground property that's only 5 miles away, which we could get to even in the worst of the flooding. So, yeah,
nice.
It's gonna be something else. My middle grandson Jordan is very worried because he's heard the adults talking a little bit about it, unfortunately, and so he's gotten kind of worried. But other than that, everybody else just like, woo, hurricane party.
Well, they haven't been. The grandkids haven't been through one of these yet, have they?
The oldest has. He went through the first bad one we had when we moved into Florida. I believe it was 2016. And it was funny because all of downtown was knee-high to waist-high water. And me and my buddy were out there riding bikes. There was crabs walking down the yellow lines on Main Street. It was funny.
Huh.
It was amazing. Fish swimming through town. I was like, this is great, because we're idiots and we're out there in our shorts and riding bikes through the middle of it. It was fun.
Huh.
Yeah, it was something else.
Florida man.
Exactly. We're like, oh, look, maybe there's electricity in the water. What could happen? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, right. I figure if there's fish swimming, we're not getting zapped.
Yeah, that's fair.
Huh? I feel like that's a good litmus test.
And if they're floating on the top of the water, you just get your net out and get your fiberglass boat.
Right. I got the
Dinner.
kayak. Got the
Dinner.
kayak. We're ready to go. We got access to a boat 2 blocks away.
I know you don't like fish, Charlie, but
Man, you know what? But look, here's the thing. When I'm hungry and that's all there is, guess what I'm eating? I'm eating worms if I have to. Let's be real. Right? Whatever. Oh, Lord. Yeah. So let's see. Let me get caught up on this. Yeah, 90 per hour winds Friday. Hell, we're supposed to have that tomorrow sometime here where we're at. Mike Henderson, like a week ago, I was watching a thing talking about how the water temperature on Florida is the highest in recorded history. Dude, so the bay, or excuse me, the Gulf was like stupid hot this year. I don't know what the numbers reached, but I know it was into the 90s. The water temperature in the bay, over 90 degrees. So that's not relief. Yeah, it's not a relieving thing. And where we're at in the Gulf, it's very grassy, lots of plants, and very creepy. It's the nature coast, right? So if you go out there and you start trying to wade out there, there's things moving under your feet that may be plants or maybe not. And the last time I went out was a few weeks ago. I was out there with the grandkids, and Grandpa had his feet planted down there in the grass, and a daggone blue crab decided he's going to snap my toe.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. Grandpa screamed like a girl. True story. I may have tossed a grandchild in the other direction. I don't know. Can't prove it. No video. Just saying. Yeah, and I guess they've had a couple of water spouts out off the coast already. I think they said they had one coming in and just touched the beach in St. Pete down there. So it's something else. Right now, it's like 100 and some odd miles off the coast of Tampa Bay right now, slowly moving north. Although they're expecting it to pick up travel speed. I guess it was like 15 miles an hour, and they're expecting it to pick up a little more overnight. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's just another day in Florida for us. I don't know. It sucks when they come into the Gulf because if
you triggered Donna with your crab story, just so you know.
Oh,
she has a childhood trauma around crabs.
Look, Donna, I'm with you. It creeps me out when things move under my feet, under the water, or they brush my leg. I'm jumping. I will scream. I will eek. I'm telling you, everybody laughs at me. They think it's hilarious. I'm like, something just tried to eat me, and it doesn't know that it can't, or even worse, maybe it could. And I can't even see it coming.
So you're not one of those guys that go out snoodling.
No, absolutely not. Those guys are crazy out of their mind. Sticking my arm in a dark hole where I have no idea what's in it. Hopefully it's a catfish that won't eat you. No, absolutely not. Good Lord. Oh,
hey, we got some love for Donna. We gotta post that.
I sees it.
James Vaughn loved your video. Donna's been doing quite a few videos here recently. We just cornered off a piece of the YouTube channel for her. She's been doing her. I'm calling her the homebody CEO.
Right.
I don't know if it'll stick. She's not sure if she likes that, but yeah, she's doing some good work there.
Yeah, it's not pleasant for me. But what I was saying about the Gulf Coast hurricanes is here's our big problem. This is the big scary problem of a Gulf Coast hurricane. They tend to spawn tornadoes, whereas hurricanes coming in out of the Atlantic don't tend to spawn tornadoes. I don't know why that reason is, but I was watching the news just before we started the show, and they had a bunch of little spots that looked like they were probably forming water spouts out in the Gulf. They don't have definitive proof because they can't see them, but according to the radar views, there was 3 or 4 of them out there just north of this storm, kind of spinning up and making funnels out in the water. And that's kind of, I have yet to see one. I think that would be fascinating.
I saw a video once of a water spout that went up and over the Keys Bridge,
right?
Like
How
in a
cool is
perfect
that?
arc. And people are still driving under it. And I'm like,
Right? Yeah, it would be very cool. Let's see what else we got going on here. Rose said, "Hey TK, what's up?" Donna's like, "Yeah, no, just crabs, but things in the water I can't see." Nope. I'm with you. And it's Florida. Like half of everything here wants to kill you.
This is a woman that has to put her feet in the ocean, in the northern Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, no, that's too cold, bro.
That's what I keep saying.
No, and there's mean sharks up there that will just eat you and your family all at one time in one bite. Gone. No, and I used to work up there. I mean, I used to fish out in those waters, and I'm not getting in that water. The one time I was in that water, I was not. No, thank you. I'll pass.
So my dad used to be a commercial fisherman when he was younger. Him and his brother had a boat out of Southern Oregon there. And there's actually a shark fishing competition down there.
I'll fish for shark in a boat. I'm down for that. I don't mind that at all. I'm not getting in the water with them. That's where I draw the line, you see. Just saying.
That's fair.
Just saying. Whew. Oh, I got some feelings about that. Can you tell? It just winds me up. I don't even know what to do, man. It's just wow. Yeah, Sandra thought that was only backwood Georgia boys noodling. Man, look, you should see these Florida guys. I'm not native. I'm a California guy. You can talk all the trash you want about that. Grew up in LA.
Yeah, there's videos of these like teenage girls that are like 85 pounds soaking wet doing that.
Right? Pulling out catfish that are bigger than them.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? That thing could swallow you, literally. Like D-Lo, for instance. I can't imagine the little brown lady that she is out there noodling. She's smarter than that. But I'm pretty sure one of them catfish could eat her. Just swallow her whole. She'd be gone, and I'd be sad. And they'd be like, "Ooh, spicy." What? That's not racist. Stop it. Oh, Lord. Oh, Donna said it's catchy, but it's already taken. I'm guessing that's the name of your
homebody CEO. Yeah. We'll figure something out.
Exactly, James. I'm staying in the boat, bro.
What if you need a bigger boat?
Hey.
Oh, see, I went there. Those who know.
But you know what? That would be a great story.
Yeah.
I
think they told that story in 1979.
Right. But I can show it without the mechanical shark. That would be awesome.
Oh, okay. They did this thing when John Williams got his honorary Oscar where they played the end scene of Jaws without the music.
Right.
Really boring.
Right? That's why I've always got a soundtrack going on in my head that no one else can hear. Sometimes it comes out of my face at the same time, and they're like, "What is going on?" I'm like, "That's the soundtrack, yo."
A lot of times for me, it's the Looney Tunes theme.
I hear. Oh, constantly in my life. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I don't mind. Mike Henderson said, "I love deep sea fishing out of Westport, Washington." There's some good fishing out there. Look, man, I miss going out for tuna out on that side. There's and the halibut. Oh God, I miss that. I do.
Just look out. Just look out for those flounder.
Yeah, flounder. Oh Lord. Oh TK.
TK needs to go to bed.
Go to bed, man. We love you, brother. You be careful out there, and yeah. Hope you're doing well, man.
Again, TK, we're gonna be in Phoenix for a whole week.
Yeah, bro.
Show
if you get
up.
down there around the
Go
house,
do
just
some
saying.
dinner or something.
You know where he wants to go? Filiberto's.
Mm-hmm.
TK loves that place. I think he's the one that turned me on to it too. I can't remember. I think it is TK that turned me on to Filiberto's. Hey man, let's go down to this Mexican place. I'm like, all right, let's do it. I always wondered about that place, and then I was like hooked. Oh, did I miss anything back up there, Jeff? Do you know? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Kathy said too many gators down there. Right, look. I used to wakeboard, and nobody else would get in the water when I was wakeboarding. But I'm not worried about gators, honestly. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but I'm just not worried about gators. I know, right? I had one duck under me as I was cutting out on a hard cut with a wakeboard one time, and I thought, "Oh God, his head is large." And then he ducked out right before I got to him. And I thought, "Thank you." I rethought my wakeboarding at the time, but I kept going. I was like, "Don't fall right now. That would be bad." So
that would be
right. Just seems like a weird thing.
Yeah. Again, if the worst thing that could happen is you could die, I don't do it.
See, I just feel like
wakeboarding in Florida would be one of those things. I think.
I don't know, man. I just feel like that's limiting, bro. I don't know.
Not all of us have cat DNA.
Well, that's fair. Oh, let's see what else we got going on here. Nothing over there. Okay, cool. I told Jonah I had his truck number. So, but yeah, hey, anyone else in the Facebooks, if you're headed down this way, Sandra, are you? I feel like I should know, but I don't know. Are you in the private Facebook group? Let me look. I can answer that question myself. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Jeff Morton to entertain you. Go.
Charlie's trying to multitask. It's this interesting.
Don't see that name in the group. So, Sandra, if you type my name, I'll put it in the chat, the full name.
Yeah, the crazy thing about us is that we actually go by our real names on the social medias.
You will find me there in the Facebooks if you do that sort of thing. It'll be a picture of myself and Rosie together. We're smiling with sunglasses on, looking at each other. You know what? That picture was taken at the Zephyr Hills drop zone while we were skydiving. We were just about to get on a plane shortly after that picture was taken. Just saying. And you could shoot me a message. And yeah, maybe we can hook up and meet up and talk and chat and stuff like that. And it'll be fun. What do you think? So what's on your guys' mind? How are you guys doing out there right now? Seriously, beyond trucking, even like, how are you dealing with life right now because of or in spite of trucking? What do you do? Here's a good question. What do you do when you're not trucking? What is the thing you like to do when you're not trucking? Jeff had an interesting thing that he was typing up today or talking about today. When you get unexpected downtime.
Yeah.
What do you do at that time? Come on, throw it up in the chat. Let's see what some of you guys are doing. Let's say you're out there on the road and all of a sudden, dang, I pop something in my truck and I'm down for a day and a half now. What am I going to do for the next day and a half waiting for my truck to be fixed? What are you going to do in that day and a half? Are you going to hang out in the bunk? Are you going to watch TV? You going to read a book? Are you going to do something positive for your business? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, there's all sorts of free business courses out there you can take, via YouTube or some of these free universities.
Right. I like Khan Academy.
Do you?
Yeah, I was really into it for a while. It's been a while since I've been over there, so I don't know what kind of offerings they got. I would only imagine they're much better now than they were 6 years ago, 5 years ago, the last time I was over there. I was even taking a physics course through Khan Academy, which was tough to do.
on the road. I'm not gonna lie, that was a tough one to do, trying to get on down the road and take that class. But there was some fascinating stuff there, and it didn't cost me anything.
And
That
now
was the
you
cool
have a
thing.
tire fetish.
I
Interesting.
do have a tire fetish. It's not creepy. Stop. Don't judge me. I don't know why you judge me like that, Jeff. Sometimes
do
I
you,
think
man.
sometimes I think it's just you and me here, Jeff, and we're talking about some things, and I think, oh crap, other people are listening. The tens and tens of people that watch our channel, they're listening to this right now.
That's right.
Dang it.
And then the 120 or so that watch us on the backside.
Right? Backside. He said backside. Hey, baby. Let's talk about the backside of the show.
Yeah.
Did that
So
creep anybody out like it did me? I creep myself out. What do you guys expect from me? Sorry, peeking out the window again.
oh man. So you all set for cigars? You're good to go.
Oh yeah. I went over and saw my buddy Justin today over there at my shop. They're planning on staying open business as usual unless they absolutely have to bounce. That came from their corporate headquarters. Well, if things are okay, then go ahead and just stay doing what you're doing. I'm like, wow,
Hey,
looking out for the
I
cigar.
bet they get
people.
some business.
Look, I half expected them to be closed when I went over this morning to get cigars or this early afternoon. I was like, man, I sure hope they're open.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, there they were. We had a good conversation. My buddy Justin's gonna be coming out and going shooting with me sometime pretty soon. I told him before, but he forgot. I'm like, dude, we got 178-yard range, man. We can go out there and shoot and just have a good time and do some stuff. And he's like, oh man, I gotta come out there. I'm like, yeah, bro, I've been telling you, but you don't listen to me. Nobody listens to me. I don't know why. They're like, oh, Charlie's talking. You should just nod your head and tune out now. See, Jeff did it.
Sometimes it's best.
It just comes to him naturally. I don't know. I guess I understand it. Whatever. Jeff, what else you got going on this week, man? When the heck you getting out of Lancaster?
I have a T-call load to pick up right here in the yard that goes to Buckeye, Arizona. So I'm heading in the opposite direction of the storm, which is great.
Right. It's a good call. It might be a good choice right now. Hopefully, you don't get sent to like Pennsylvania from there.
No. One of the things I'll probably do is call Home Depot when I get there and see if they need some help.
What? Proactive? What are you saying?
Yeah. Well, work.
I need
another week of work, and I need to be in Phoenix on Friday of next week, so that I'm there when Donna lands on Saturday.
Is that when you're trying to be there Friday? Cool. I've already started the feelers out to get this load out of Jacksonville to Goodyear, either Wednesday or Thursday, so that I can. And the Wednesday load delivers Friday morning. The Thursday load delivers Saturday morning. So either one of those would work. The Thursday morning has a tendency, or the Thursday load tends to cancel about 50% of the time. So I'm really hoping to lock in that Wednesday load. But I'll be doing Target this week, Thursday through Monday. Barring anything.
My guess is, but after the storm, you guys are going to be pretty busy.
Yeah, they're going to be backlogged on like the southern any store south of Lake City for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then on up through Valdosta, kind of in the Panhandle, a lot of that stuff's going to be backlogged because they got nothing coming out, and even some of the farther north stores because they're closing the night at 11 o'clock and not opening up till Thursday morning.
Yeah.
So there's a whole day of shipping that's not going out.
Right. So did you get enough toilet paper and white bread?
We've got that stuff. We have got stuff, and you should see the tortillas. We've got tortillas, and water, and we've got 25 gallons of gas for the generator. We've got 3 or 4 propane tanks for the grills. I mean, look, when we see this stuff coming out here, we prep, and when the bad things happen, when lights go out for a week, I'm telling you, we eat like gods. Kings, man, because you know what? We decide It's time to clean out the freezers. It's that time of the rotation. And we go deep through all of the freezers and just start cooking the most amazing meals together. And it's 4 or 5 houses that get together out here when this happens. We're all clumped together.
Kind of like in The Survivalist.
I mean, it is our community. Look, this is the same community that when bad things happen in the neighborhood, we have a text message chain that we send one text out and it goes to everybody in that chain. And people come out wearing plate carriers with ARs strapped to them. It is amazing.
Huh.
And they come from 5 directions.
Huh.
Bad people don't stand a chance unless they come in greater numbers, which is, I feel like if they're coming in greater numbers, some really bad things are going down. And I'm still willing to accept that challenge. Just throwing it out there. That sounds like a good day to me. Is it just me? It sounds like fun. I wonder if chat has gone down because chat is dead right now. And it's kind of freaking me out. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to pop over to the live YouTubes and see what's going on here because something, I got to mute that. It's going to talk to me.
Hey, Donna, throw up a comment and see if it comes through.
Dude, there is chat going off.
Okay, so what are people saying? So I can't see it.
Oh my God. Wait, there's so much. Okay, the last comment we see on our platform right now is me putting my name, Charley Mahon. Sandra said, yes, looking now. Darian says, I help the homeless. Kathy Underwood says, enjoying my vacation after a 7,700-mile week. Good on ya.
Yeah.
Life on 18 Wheels said, deal with it one day at a time. Exactly. Jonah Green said he's stuck in Virginia waiting for his load tomorrow. Nicholas Earl said, plays tons of video games. Bitcoin John says he likes solar cooking. Life on 18 Wheels. This is a great one. Studying for my part 107. That's the drone stuff, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay.
Darren Thompson. Oh, that I play video games, watch cable, or go to the casino. There you go. Sandra said, sit at Applebee's and watch football, listen to audiobooks. That's a good audiobooks. I'm a fan.
Yeah, there you go.
I've been driving Jeff nuts because I keep going through these series, like 9 books at a time. And he's like, bro, I've only got through 1. Because, he's doing professional things and I'm not, because he's a better person than I am right now. Also cooking, Sandra said. Mike Henderson said, heading home to make reservations for dining at Disney World. There you go. For our trip in late October, 3 weeks at Disney. Sweet. Dude, we missed so much chat. It's crazy. You and I were just going back and forth. So we apologize to you guys. None of this chat is coming through our platform. So I'm having to go back and look at it on the YouTubes right now. So I apologize. James Vaughn said he likes to fish and cook in his Dutch oven and starting a new business. I am going to be making fresh cured bacon. When I get started, I'll give everyone 10% discount per pound.
Nice.
And we'll pay the shipping. There you go. Let's see. Rosie, apparently we were talking about me molesting tires.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he picks rocks out of our tires. People are supposed to do that. Gosh. Matt said, yay, more electrical problems. Bear Hunter said, if I had known you were in Lancaster, Jeff, he was home.
Oh.
Nick said he's taking vacation off next week, NFL kickoff week. Let's see. Yeah, Victor said, yeah, those are nice light loads out of Jacksonville. You know the ones I'm talking about, the one with the bags, Joe. I'm just saying. I used to be able to lock those in like every week and then run Ross back, but the Ross stuff back has been kind of sketchy lately, so it's hard to do.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that because I used to get those loads out of California all the time.
Right.
I would see one in probably a year.
Oh, Sandra says she's close to Jacksonville, Savannah, Midway, Brunswick right now. Bitcoin John said, yeah, but do. James Vaughn said, we're still here. Bear Hunter. Casino! We know what he likes to do.
We know what you like to do, Sean.
And Donna responded. She said, okay. Tisha Friel Dover. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. I wish I could put your face up on the screen. Tisha, you should just come. You know what, Tisha? Hey, do you have a minute, Tisha? I would love for you to pop in our chat here if you can. I'll send you a link real quick because I think you could maybe tell us something about what's going on with Drive Appreciation this week. What do you think? What do you think? I'll email you a link. I could text you a link right now. You could do it from a phone. Just got to allow access. We can put your pretty face up here.
As long as she's not driving.
No pressure. Just saying. No pressure.
Did I just give her an out?
She said she's sad she missed our 2-year old party last week. She's moving our way. Yeah, she's moving out here to Tennessee.
Yeah, I heard that.
Because Tracy Dover, her other half, that beautiful man, is going to be taking over as over there at U.S. Express VP of what's it called? Retention. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's exciting.
I tell you what, good on you, Tracy, because that's a job right there. I think on a company that just got bought out. You know, we saw what happened with companies like MS Carrier, even though it was different. You know, that's going to be an adventure and a half right there, I think. So we got a pretty good list of what people use their downtime for. So as we're moving forward in what we do, Charley is still really more into the trucking aspect, maintenance, tires, of course.
Right.
And so my passion has always been more the personal development side. And so I'm starting to get back into where my passion lies, taking some classes and things like that. That's what I've been doing with my downtime lately. I just think it's important, whatever you just love to do, but make sure that it benefits you in some way.
Now, benefit.
You know,
let's define benefit.
Okay.
Benefit financially, business, emotionally.
Yes.
You know. Don't think we're just talking about cash completely.
You know, broken record, of course. I mean, you'll never get me to stop, talking about this. It all comes down to how well you know your big purpose, your why, and just make sure that your activities match that. Think seriously about where you want to be in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Are you moving closer to that goal? My wife Donna will tell you that I love my video games. I love my Warhammer games, all that stuff. But every once in a while, I still have to take some time out and say, hey, that's a lot of fun, but is it really moving me closer to where I want to be in the next decade or so?
Right.
And maybe your answer is yes. I don't know. I'm not you. But seriously consider it. Live with a little bit more intention.
Nick just said Warhammer. Let's go.
Hey man, I'm working on Squats Army right now. So as soon as that codex comes out, let's meet.
He said he wants to be a content creator. Whoop whoop. I dig it. That's fun. That's my official Contractors Corner title. Jeff is CEO of Contractors Corner Consulting Group LLC. I am CCC. That's my letters.
Okay.
You like that? Content. Oh crap. What was it? Chief Content Curator. Yeah, that's what I came up with. I wanted to sound fancy.
So it's funny that you should mention that. Who said that?
Oh, Nicholas Earl.
So that's one of the things that I'm actively working on. I actually went out and started the courses through Tony Robbins' group to learn how to do all that and how to market it and how to get all the work that Charley and Donna are doing out there into the wild and kind of make the whole thing grow. And it's interesting. The marketing aspect is really fascinating to me. So that's one of the things that I'm working on.
Did I?
What else we got,
type
Charlie?
that? I'm going through it right now.
Did you send Tisha an invite or
I sent her a message, but the message didn't post. Let's see. Let me type the message out.
It's so fun to watch Charlie type. If you guys are at the big circus tent, you should watch him type. Just sit there and watch him. It's great.
Oh my gosh, so many typos. There we go. Now I typed it that time.
Okay, good.
I don't know why it didn't go through last time. That's weird.
So the other thing is, if you guys go to contractorscorner.cc, we've had a bit of technical difficulties with my blog. I'm going to be starting that up again. I think we've learned what the hiccups were. I'll be starting that up again next week. And I've got a good 10 topics, so I can knock those out and get them out to you guys. The next one that'll go up is all about work-life balance. And I think that's a really important topic, especially for truck drivers, because I think, we tend to think that work-life balance is all about time spent at home versus time spent at work. And that's not really it at all. It's about quality of time. If you look at it, if you look at the statistics on it, not for us because we're weird and strange and it's a weird industry, but most people actually already have the time. They go to work for 8 hours. They're at home for 8 hours and they sleep for 8 hours. That's time balance right there. But how often do they actually talk to their kids, their spouse, their significant other? How often do they, go throw the tennis ball for the dog?
Right.
Versus just having a beer and going to bed,
Yeah.
Spend the time with the things that you love.
Things that matter.
Focus on that while you're home. That's where the balance really comes in. A little preview. Another one I'm working on is your personal brand and why that's important. Even, you guys that are out there on your own authority, obviously you've got to have a brand for your company. But why is it important that a Swift contractor has a brand? And what does that mean?
Right.
We should all have a personal brand that we can point to, and this is how we live. So those are some things to look forward to the next couple of weeks. And those of you that want to get more into it can certainly message me, and I can go over some things that I've learned. You can tell me things you've learned about this stuff over the years. It'll be a good time. We'll swap books to read. I'm a big reader. The first one for our book club on the subscription site is People Are Idiots and I Can Prove It by Larry Wingett.
Love it.
I chose that one because he kind of speaks trucker. He's a really no-nonsense kind of guy. And I think a couple of you might have downloaded it. I'm not sure. We get some more feedback on that from you guys that are involved. Put some posts up what you think the nuggets are from that book that you've been listening to or reading. Let us know what you think, and we can all learn something, because the nugget that I find, the nugget that Charlie finds, that's going to be different than the nugget you find. And you might have this nugget that you found that totally changes your life, and then we're like, oh wow, I didn't think of that. And that's the whole point of doing the book club thing.
Look
who
we have.
Tishka.
Look, my face lit up when the woman popped in. I heard, boop, there she is. I miss you so much,
Tish.
lady. God, I love you.
What's up, dudes?
Oh, man. Are you getting excited for the move? Are you? When is it happening?
It's happening right now. I've got a house full of boxes. They came in today and started helping us pack and get stuff done. Truck should be here Thursday to load us up, and then we will be heading to Tennessee.
Big time.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for both of you, especially seriously for Tracy. What a great move.
Well,
what I
I think
mean?
it's a big deal for him, man. They're gonna start it from the ground up, So he's got his work cut out for him, but he's great. He's great at it, and he does such good work. So I'm excited for him. I'm excited to see what he gets to do there.
Are you both going to be at DAW this week or this year?
I will be. I'll be in
He's not.
Phoenix. So as soon
Okay.
as soon as I get to Tennessee, man, I'm literally turning around and
Oh
heading
Lord.
back.
Good
Yeah.
luck.
So like we get there, we'll get into our place, our temporary place on the 5th, and then I will leave there on the 7th, come back to Phoenix, be here for the week at DAW, and then I actually leave this year the day before my birthday, man. I'm turning 50.
Oh, that's an exciting one. I know, right?
Tracy's like, you gotta come home. I'm
Oh,
like,
I
"I
get it.
will."
It's cool.
But so he's going to be going to several different locations for U.S. Express.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So
Well,
yeah, he'll be.
that's exciting. That really is. I'm just so stoked for you guys. Seriously.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just such
I'm excited to stay with Swift. I'm excited to be, stay.
Yeah, we're
stay
not
with
losing
Swift.
Tish.
No, we're not losing me.
Can't get rid of her that easy. I was worried when I heard about that. I was like, oh no, does that mean we're losing you too?
No. Ken wouldn't let me go. I was so
Good.
happy.
I may
He
have
just
to hug
held
that man a
on.
little harder this year because I don't know if I could take it. Yeah, I'd be so sad. So while we're talking about Driver Appreciation Week, as we call DAW, or what Jeff and I call Fleet Week, can you tell us what's going on this year? Like what kind of
Oh my God.
exciting stuff is happening?
Well, there's things happening in every terminal. We've asked everybody to put together menus, of course, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Obviously, some of those smaller dedicated locations, they're not going to be able to do that, right? And so we're trying to do the best that we can. You guys know the crazy freight markets this
Yeah,
year.
it's
It
a
kind of
tough year
changed
this year.
things a little bit, right? So the picture looks a little different. And so we're going to do the best that we can for everybody. Getting a seat back organizer. It's actually a front seat organizer. It's
Right.
intended to be on the front seat. So you
I can't
owners
use
will
it.
get you owners will get it. I know, but sometimes Rosie's not there, and you can put stuff in there and take
Let
it
me have to
out of the
move it.
truck.
I don't know. It'd be weird. You should see me trying to get into the passenger seat from the bunk as it is now because I'm like clumsy as all get out because I'm old and crippled and feeble and
Right.
especially with this whole appendix thing going on right now. I'm like, oh God, I'm moving real
What's
careful.
going on
Oh,
with your
here we
appendix?
go. Charlie's gonna go
I'll tell
off
you
on his
later.
appendix
I'll tell you
again.
later. No, I'll tell you. I'll
His
call you.
appendix burst. His
Yeah.
appendix burst while they were out on the road, and Rosie had to manhandle him to the hospital because the
No
stupid ass wouldn't go.
way.
And they still haven't taken it out. It won't come out till September. There's a
you're the
dark,
kind of
ugly
guy
story
that kind of
behind it.
holds on to stupid things.
I'll share with you when
So Tish, can you solve a bit of a misunderstanding between us? Is it one or two wrap trucks that are going to be unveiled this year at Driver Appreciation Week? One. Which one?
It's actually going to be the first responder truck. It's just being rewrapped.
Cool.
So
Okay.
we're putting it on a 24 Freightliner.
Nice.
And so we're rewrapping that because we're also changing drivers. So Christine
cool.
Ahern's going to be getting out of it. We just want to give someone else an opportunity that's just as deserving, right? And so the gentleman we're putting in the truck, he is a retired police officer, did some police training and did some accident, when they go out and redo the accident, reconstruction, that he did that. So great guy. Seems like a wonderful gentleman. We got to speak to him. So he's going to be getting in. So Christine's going to be kind of, passing the baton.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there going to be like a formal, here's your key from her?
Yep. Sure enough.
Nice.
Look at that.
Sure enough.
That's the way to do it.
And we got a little surprise for her. So we're super excited about that, to kind of honor that. And then there will be a second truck though, Jeff, to answer your question. There'll be a second truck that we're revealing on Veterans Day. and that's going to be an Air Force truck.
The Air Force truck. Yeah, that's what we were talking. We were talking about. I was like, well, I know Swift put up something about an Air Force truck and another Children's Miracle Network truck, and they were looking for drivers and nominations and who wants to drive. And I, of course, was like, hey, I happen to know this retired paratrooper who's a contractor who would love for his favorite customer to wrap his truck in an airborne tribute truck. I will be that guy for you if you ever need that.
And I would love to represent Swift's dedication to veterans by accepting from you.
He says it so much better.
A U.S. Cavalry memorial wrap.
He's got a better chance at this than I do.
Duly noted. Duly noted. Making zero promises. You got me on here to make a moment.
Right.
So you guys aren't going to talk me into squat. I'm just saying.
Right. I know. It's great. We love you. That's why it's so much fun with you. Wait. We do you like we did Brett last year. Come on, Tisha. Let's shave your head next year.
No. It's not going to happen. No.
So, but you just got to observe the difference between my approach and Charlie's approach.
Yes, it was lovely too.
And some people are going, yeah, Charlie, screw Jeff. And some people are like, Charlie's an idiot. Go, Jeff. It's great.
And this happens to us all the time.
You too. I miss seeing you and talking to you all the time. God, I used to talk to Tisha like every day. You guys just don't even know. Like, I had to be. She was like, "Oh my God, here he comes again." My phone's ringing.
No. We had work, man. We were putting in work.
Know. It was so much fun.
I haven't even heard how everything's going.
Don't ask. Just stop.
Don't ask.
Just stop.
I won't.
Moving on.
Okay.
You look so happy.
Driver Appreciation Week is great.
The 11th through the 15th.
So actually in Phoenix, we'll be kicking off on Sunday to do Football Sunday.
Okay,
so we'll have football snacks and football games, and then of course we're doing the Discord thing this year, and so there's going to be some gaming and stuff that will be going on as well.
Discord. But that'll be the only Discord that I'm associated to. I've avoided Discord because I had bad issues with it. With other platforms, but just other things, different groups. And
he had 5-year-olds beating him and making.
No, that was freaking Fortnite, and screw those people and their parents for letting them on with me. And I told them, you need to get your parents on right now. Let them hear me talking, because I told some 4 and 5 and 7-year-olds to go F themselves. I'm like, seriously, just mute me right now. Just mute me. You leave. I'm playing with my grandkids. You're weird. Get out of here. Stop talking. You're making all this noise. And they're like, well, my dad talks first. And I'm like, just yourself. Get off. Go. Where's your mother?
I told Charlie that I think he could make a lot of money if he just had a camera on him gaming. The angry old man playing Fortnite.
I have a channel, but I only have 1 subscriber, and it's my daughter, because I haven't done anything with it.
You frighten people, Charlie.
It's fun.
It's frightening.
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean?
So anyway, in Phoenix, we will start on the 10th, and then we will finish up on the 15th, wrap it up there. Of course, in Phoenix, it's the big tent, and it's a lot of stuff going on.
It is a lot.
Some of the larger terminals are also, they'll have their things going on, of course. So stuff's everywhere. If I just want everybody to know that we want you to be there. If for nothing else, just to grab some food, sit down and break some bread, and have some conversation, right? So,
we were saying that earlier. I mean, you could be there, and you could be sitting at a table with a guy who literally just started Swift. Just got his mentor's truck today, and Adam Miller across the table.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, and that's really important to Adam and Jim this year, and Mark. They really
Jim.
They really want everybody to just sit down and take time, spend some time with you guys. Just have a meal, sit down and have a Coke and a smile and chat about some things, right?
I was going to finish that a different way. My bad. Oh man.
Okay, Eddie.
Different show. This is a different show. Tisha, thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
You just don't know how much it means to me that you popped in here. I do appreciate you.
Oh,
I'm so looking forward to seeing you guys. Well,
we are looking forward to you too, and we've got you sitting right next to Tina. Set it up right, man. She's got you guys right next to the owner op table, so you'll be able to have some true activity. We got you right over there along that same wall that you guys were at last year. So you're all set up, man. Tina rocked it out this year and helped me a ton. That team is incredible that I have. So they're supporting me through this move and getting me ready. So
we got a commitment. we got a commitment out of Adam and Jim. They're going to sit down with us on the 14th, and we're going to have a video with them that we're going to produce. Yeah, so, and we're going to try and line up a bunch of others, but we figure we're just going to catch people on the spot, be like, sit down, let's talk.
Heck yeah, that's the way to do it, man. Everybody loves you. We're looking forward to seeing you guys. I got
Thank
big
you
heart
so much, Tisha. We love you so much.
Right on, man.
Big heart.
You guys,
All right,
take care. All right,
too.
bye.
So I was actually trying to get Ida in here too, because I know Ida popped in, and I'm gonna see if I can't figure her. Oh, look, okay. She said, "Yeah, I'm gonna talk for a minute, Jeff. Do something, make magic." Bam, you're on the spot. That was funny.
So yeah, so cool. So those of you that were there with us last year, we kind of, sort of, maybe shoehorned our way in a little bit to the big tent. We just kind of showed up and said, "Hey, we're here," and they're like, "Oh, okay." So we ended up right next to the big like air conditioner tubes. So this year we met with them a little earlier, and we set something up to where we could be right there with the division and with those people. So the other thing that you can do is, we didn't really promote it as well as I think we probably should have, but the Phoenix 4, the OOCs that work with the owner operators out of Phoenix, is one of the core groups that seems to do really well for people. They'll be there. You can talk to them personally, and right. Maybe if you're less than happy with your situation, we don't advocate. Charley and I were just talking about this earlier today. Nothing breaks our heart more than when someone says, "I'm going to fire my OOC." Oh, well, maybe back off a little bit. Let's think about this. But if you truly are unhappy, talk to some of these other OOCs and see how you feel about them. Interview them. See if you maybe want to work with them.
I got Ida coming in now.
Sweet.
She's going to talk about their needs over at Target right now.
Is she out? Is she out in the storm with her hair going?
Right. I'm not sure what she's got going on right now. I don't think she's at work. She could be at work. I guess it's possible. But we'll find out.
Hey, at least I haven't seen your house shake yet. That's a good thing,
right? Look, okay, we had that first band come through just for the show, and not a leaf has moved, and I haven't seen a raindrop since. But we had a couple of really strong gusts, and then it went away.
That's scary, actually.
It freaks me out, right? Because you're like, oh crap, what's next? So yeah, so Ida's gonna pop in here. We got another 13 minutes or so. Look, there she is. Bam. Let's see. I think she's actually working.
As soon as I get
Hey, Ida.
I am.
Anyone who doesn't know, that's Ida. She's the account runner there at Target in Lake City, Florida. And there's Nina behind her, and she's handling the phones and stuff. But so Ida, good to have you. Thank you for popping in. I was trying to tell people what you might or might not need, and I didn't have any good information. And so I thought, well, hey, let's get Ida in here to tell people what they need.
Absolutely. So thank you, Charley, for letting me come on here.
Oh, any day.
I am still at work trying to make sure everybody gets their loads and gets the crap up out of here before whatever happens.
All right.
But so if you're going to be down in the Florida area, they are shutting our DC down today, which means we will have double the loads. And we will definitely need help catching up. So it's not going to matter if you're a team. It's not going to matter if you're a solo. We could just get up.
So could they look forward to a day or 2 or 3, or what kind of demand do you think you're going to have?
So the 31st, they're supposed to reopen the DC at 4:00 in the morning. So they're really optimistic that things will work as they should, and we're optimistic too. We know that they'll be powered
booted up again.
We know that they'll have power, but we don't know if we'll have internet service.
Exactly.
But we should need help, and it's refrigerated. Refrigerated freight was my favorite freight to pull when I was a driver, and it's just as easy as green mean good, red mean bad. Be nice to the store.
Ida, how can they get a hold of you to reach out to you?
I was just fixing to ask, do they have listen, Charley, I'm not technologically advanced like you.
Give me the phone number.
It's 386-466-3705.
Watch this. I'm gonna make some magic happen. You ready? Magic. So if you call that number, if you're going to be down in this area around the 31st, or you want to come help out there, you know, it's good stuff because let's face it, we're moving food for people that are going to need it in some of these troubled areas, and it's kind of a big thing to me. And I know I told Ida, I'm glad they're shut down Wednesday because I was like not going to be able to get out of the house Wednesday. I already knew that was not going to happen. But we will be back to work, barring my truck floating away or something like that. I don't know. They're calling for a 12-foot storm surge here in town, which is freaking me out a little bit since we're at 8 feet. Just saying.
I know Rob Hyde went down and saw Cedar Key the last time he was here, and he was like, "No, it's gonna get hit by the storm.
Yeah, it's gonna smash it.
Move there when I retire. No,
could be some cheap property after this week. We'll see what happens."
Yeah.
So Ida, the other question that people have is, how far out are you willing to pull people in without them having to eat some deadhead to get to you?
I'm comfortable with 100, 200 miles. If we need the help, we need the help, and I have the authority to bring people down in here, to get us. I also know that if our freight doesn't work for you, there are several other accounts down here that will probably need help too when everything kind of tumbles and stuff like that. And if you're not interested in helping us, then I can put you in touch with other food distribution centers that will need help just as much as we do, making sure the stores get restocked.
So yeah, it's kind of a big thing. There's going to be a bunch of, I mean, judging by what they're calling, I mean that Big Bend area is going to get slammed. I was telling people it's going to move up through Valdosta. It looks like 45-mile-an-hour winds up through that area, even going up into South Carolina before it does that weird hook. That hook is freaking me out a little bit, right? Because it's making that south turn once it hits the Atlantic again. I'm like, oh, this some bitch better not come wrap back around again. And it'll come back in like Cat 5 Andrew style, right?
It looked like it was going to touch the other one out there, Franklin.
Right.
It looked like it was going to touch Franklin. So who knows what's going to happen when that happens.
Well, that thing moved, thankfully, and it's going to be out of the way before that hits there. Could you imagine those two combining, though? I mean,
Katrina, man.
Right.
It would be Katrina. If it pushed back around again, it would be terrible.
Definitely don't want to see that. I'm going through chat over here. Yeah. Coaches Media Empire Crumley said, hit that like button, slackers. Rosie said, woohoo, Ida. SpaceX will be needing some supplies. That was a good comment. What else? I'm going to be too far. I want to come help. Yeah, James Vaughn, get a load, man. Grab one from, he's over in Laredo. Batshit crazy, dude. Great. Get a load from freaking Laredo right now, bro. Head this way. You'll be here in time. Just saying. Craig Hudson said, Ida, I'll try to get down there to help you. I sent you Craig's number or his driver code the other day. He had a load that was lined up for Orlando on the 31st and didn't know if it was they were talking about pulling it off because they didn't want to send people down. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. But Craig's a hard charging dude right there. He's a beast, and he's a reefer guy. He runs the Eastern reefer stuff, and that guy, he's one of those people that's like, oh, you need help in New York? I'm your guy. Let's go. And they're like, yes, thank you very much. So yeah, he's a hard charger. You'll love that guy.
We want him.
Right.
I got a Caroline Street for him for sure. I got one.
Right. He'll love it. Jonah Green said, I'll be in Greer tomorrow. Is that going to be too far? I think that's just out of the range, but I don't know, work something out, man. Reach out, give Ida a call.
They've got freight going down there from Greer though.
Oh, absolutely. And they're going to probably have a couple stacks sitting there in the yard that need to go south because what I heard was they're stopping all those loads from coming down. So yeah, you're in West Valley right now, James Vaughn. What is wrong with you? Just what is wrong with you?
Well, get a FEMA load and drive 3 days straight without sleeping.
There you go. What could go wrong there? All right, Ida, thank you so much. We got to wrap our show here because Jeff and I have a meeting here in about 10 minutes. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So thank you guys. Ida, thank you. I will see you Thursday, I hope, or something like that. And People,
Absolutely.
when do you want them to call? Thursday morning?
Yeah, Thursday morning, or they can call me tonight. I'll be in here until 8, and then Steve will be in here until 11 when the DC closes with Miss Nana, so we can get your information and start setting up our list and getting you guys together. It's Rosie. We love her more.
She said it's Rosie. We love her more. Watch this. Watch. I can make magic happen. Yeah. Uh-huh. I have power. Oh.
Pillow therapy.
Right, it's coming. So yeah, if you guys want to come help out Target, give Ida a call. She's going to be there till 8 p.m. Eastern time tonight, 386-466-3705. And reach out to Ida. Nina sitting behind her. She may answer the phone. Just be like, hey, Nina, Charlie said that you're going to pass me on to Ida. Oh, there she is. Hi, Nina. We call her Miss Nina. Anyhow, she's got a bunch of tiny little dogs that you could put in a taco, each one. I'm just saying. Is that wrong? Should not have said that. Ida, I'm going to see you Thursday. Thank you so much. I love you to death, even though you love Rosie more, whatever.
Thank you, Charlie. Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. That was fun. I love Ida. You guys just don't know how much I dig that woman. She really is a good person. She helped me out tremendously this week because I came out pretty deep in the hole from this appendix thing. So, it was fun. But I'm out of the hole this week. Just saying.
Yay.
Right? And that's what before fuel surcharge hit. I was
in black.
Right?
Dun-dun-dun.
Hit sack. But I'm glad to be back. Sorry. I'm going through chat again. I apologize. Let's see. Jonas said, I will check tomorrow. James Vaughn said, right. Coach's Media Empire Crumbling said, just left South Carolina, drive all day for 400 miles. Hopefully the hurricane takes out a few states. Okay. That's fair. I wish to take out a West Coast state.
I was gonna say I'd be happier if it was on the West Coast.
Right? I kind of like this side, not gonna lie. Yeah. So hey guys, we're gonna wrap this thing up. We do appreciate you coming out. Jeff, you got anything you want to throw out there right now before we pop this thing off?
Just that brief conversation we had, really consider how you're using your time.
Right.
Consider your big purpose and your why.
Right.
And move forward. Just a 1% move forward is still 1%, man.
Right. It goes along with that quarter-cent per mile thing. I'm trying to save a quarter-cent. Those quarter-cents add up to 1 penny. That 1 penny turns into 10. Those things add up mile after mile. So, do what you got to do.
Absolutely.
Bear Hunter said, bye. Love you guys. We love you too, Bear Hunter. Good to see you, Sean. Glad you're being careful out there. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you soon, brother. See if you can't get a Hobby Lobby load down to Phoenix, man. Love to see y'all. Just saying.
They have one there.
During Fleet Week. Be cool. You and the wife. Just saying. Whatever. You guys be careful out there. If you're down here in the Southeast, Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, maybe bits of Alabama, be careful. The storm's kind of a whopper, and it's going to be pretty windy, pretty deep into those states.
Absolutely.
So be safe. Take care of yourself. We will see you next Tuesday here at 6 p.m. Eastern time, right here on Contractors Corner. And thank you so much for being here. You guys be safe. Nobody's out there looking after you, but like us or something.
Yeah, that.
Fail. Love you guys. You're right.